as women, we all have these same trouble spots. You know, places like under our arms, our triceps, our hips, our thighs, our glutes, and even this troublesome bra strap area in the back here. But if you do these few simple exercises that I'm about to show you, then you might just find that these areas are not so troublesome after all. Now, what this exercise targets is your glutes. So what you're wanting to do is stay really, really low. You've got to stay low the entire movement. You want to try and step out as wide as you can when you're doing this movement and make sure you're parallel to the floor. So really get into it, stay low. Your legs should start to burn. It starts to get harder. So you can do these exercises on the floor or on a bench or really anywhere that has a flat surface. All you need to do is remember that your hips must come up as far as you possibly can so that your whole body is in alignment. Really squeeze under the bottom so that you're getting a nice round hold through the glutes. Hold it for around 3 to 5 seconds and then lower it down again. If you want to add some more resistance, then you can add some weight. This just adds more resistance to the entire movement. Easy as that. With this exercise, you need to make sure that your elbows are locked in at all times. Make sure that your chest is out, your shoulders are back, and your elbows are locked into place. So when you go down with the weight, make sure your elbows don't move. So you're literally lowering the weight and bringing it up and extending it to the sky. Now this next exercise is called an incline chest press, but what I like to call it is a non-surgical breast lift. This exercise targets the upper chest. If we all have a nice, tight and toned upper chest, chances are everything else is going to be nice, tight and toned as well. So let's get started. So for this exercise, we need to make sure that we choose a weight that is not too heavy. We want to be able to push the weight completely to the sky in a nice vertical movement. Bring it back down, but making sure that we're not overextending our shoulders. Many people go way too low in this movement and they end up with a lot of injuries. So nice and slowly. You might be a bit wobbly to start off with, that's okay. Just choose a weight that you can control, nice and easy. So this next exercise is for those of us who have had children or those of us who have just a little tiny pocket or even a big pocket at the bottom part of our tummies. When you're doing exercises that target the lower tummy, that you really focus on squeezing that area as much as you can. This one's really about the mind and muscle connection. When we're in this position, we want to make sure that when we're putting our feet up, that they're not moving forward or backward. We want to try and keep them as still as possible. All we're trying to do is push them up to the sky and bring them back down again. So, here we go. So we're going to go up, down. There you go. Side leg raises are great for targeting the outer thigh and the underneath side of the glute. So when we're doing these exercises, we need to do them very slowly so that they're controlled and you're contracting the muscle without using momentum. Now when you're raising your leg, you need to make sure that when you're doing the movement that you go all the way up as far as you can without actually kicking it. We don't want to do this because that's not using anything, that's just kicking our leg around. So make sure when you're doing this movement that you're bringing it up slowly and bringing it down slowly. If you need to hold onto a bar or something at the front, then make sure you do that. But only go as far as your muscle allows you to go. Now for most people, that's probably around there. We don't want to go all the way to the bottom. We want to go to about there so that we make sure that we keep the tension on the muscle that we're working. If you need to find it and you're not really quite sure where you're squeezing, put your finger on it and it will help to get your mind into the muscle. There you go. So there you have it. If you follow these exercises that I've just shown you, your troublesome spots won't be so troublesome anymore. For more on how to do these exercises safely and effectively,
consult a personal trainer at your local World Gym.